Hello, welcome to my October vlog. Woo-woo! I'm really excited to be beginning this one because I have a lot of books to read, as you'll know from my planning video, and running out of time in which to get 50 books read so that I can justify putting some books on my Christmas list. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, on this month I'm going to really crack on with the print books, but first I need to finish off the ebooks that I'm currently reading. So I thought I'd start by kind of updating you as to where we are. It's the 7th of October. I was on holiday this week really, from last Sunday to Thursday. I went away for a bit with my partner, and while I was there I got started on Communion by Bell Hooks, which is incredible. I've never read any Bell Hooks before. I've only read quotes and little bits, not like a full book. It's amazing. I'm enjoying it so much. I really think that this year I have reached like perfection, to be honest, in my non-fiction reading. I've read so many fantastic non-fiction books. I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't much of a non-fiction reader before. I mostly read like personal development, kind of self-help books, to be honest, when it came to non-fiction, but this year I am reading yeah, more sort of like a diverse range of non-fiction, and it's really, I feel like I'm living my intellectual best life, and it's brilliant. So yeah, that's what I've got on the go on the e-reader. Once I finish that, I have another couple of books. These are books I borrowed from my old work library before I finished that job. And so I only have a few days left. So one of them I have to read in the next 2 days. And then Communion and another one, a fiction one actually, which is a bit longer. I have another 6 days to read, I think. So that's fine. I think I will get that done. Seeing as I have over a week until I have to start my new job. I have planned my life, as you know from my planning video. I have planned all the books I'm going to read, and I have just finished going through and setting out all of my intentions for this week. I have planned like every hour. I have time blocked to an extreme level, but it's good. I think I've been quite sensible and allowed all the time I need. So fingers crossed that works out. I am in print books. I'm still the same place I was with the Jasad Heir. I've not picked it up since the last time I mentioned it in my September vlog, but I am going to finish this week. This is like my third most priority for print books, because I want to read 50 Dresses That Changed the World. We'll finish reading it. I'm already partway through, and it's a really quick one because like a lot of the pages just have like that much text on them. I picked this up from a train station. It was in a shelf of like books to read there, and so I want to get it done. I've read like quite a lot of it on the train immediately, so I think I can get this done quite quickly and then give it away, pop it into one of the local free bookshelves. I'm hoping I can do this by tomorrow, by tomorrow's walk basically. Tomorrow I'm going to write, and then I'm going to read, and then I'm going to go on my walk, and so yeah, get that one done. And then my second most priority is Matrix by Groff, which I picked up at one of the local bookshelves. And you know my rule, I've got to read it right away. I've not obeyed this rule. I still have not finished or even started Undercover Princess, which I picked up in like August. But that's fine. We all know that September was a chaotic month for me, devoted to reading library books. But yeah, I picked this up, and so I have to read it right away. And also I want to read it before Friday, because on Friday I'm going to have dinner with my sister, and I want to be able to lend this to her because I think she'll enjoy it. She really likes historical literary fiction. For me, I picked this up because it involves nuns, and I love books with nuns. I love any fiction with nuns, to be honest. I'm just really fascinated by nuns. Yeah, I thought I'll read this week, then I'll be able to pass it on to her, and yeah, profit. Well, not profit. Getting a book, reading it straight away, passing it on. Yay. So yeah, that's my plan. So I'm not actually sure how much of this I'm going to be able to get going on today. My plan is to now go for a walk, and then when I come back from the walk I have to bring some laundry, which it takes less time than hanging out the laundry, but still some time. And then I don't know how much time I'll have before dinner, but then after dinner, and then during dinner we're going to watch a film. We're going to watch The Royal Tenenbaums, which I've seen before, but a really long time ago. I don't remember it at all. My partner's reading it for his podcast. They do this thing where they recommend media to each other to watch or read, and so he's going to be doing that, and I said I'd watch it with him, so we're going to do that, and then I might have some time for reading after that, but we'll see. I will update you tomorrow, because my plan is to actually like get dressed every day this week as well, because I think it'll really help me like with my schedule, because usually what happens is I put that I'm going to go for a walk at some point on my schedule, and then I realise when I get to that time I haven't got dressed. Whereas if I get up in the morning, I do some writing, I have breakfast, I've just realised I've forgotten to plan breakfast in the entire week. Oh my god! So basically my plan is to get up every day, write for a couple of hours, then have breakfast and read, and then I've got various other tasks that kind of fit into the rest of the day, but in the middle of the day I'll walk, unless I'm going to go to the gym that day, in which case I'll go to the evening, and yeah, that means that I should be like getting up tomorrow, getting dressed and everything, so that I can tell you about it. Tomorrow my choir's got a performance, sort of. We're doing like evensong in a church. I've never done evensong in my life. I didn't even really know what it was, because I am a heathen, but yeah, we're doing evensong for the fun, so that's going to be like a big chunk of my afternoon and evening. But other than that, I'm hoping to get some writing and reading done, but we'll see how my plan plays out in reality. So yeah, follow along. I am going to go now, get ready and go for my walk. Hello, welcome back. We're in a very strange position where the light's actually behind me, but when I tried facing the light, it was an unmitigated disaster because it shone so brightly in my eyes I couldn't see anything. So it is many days later. It is now Sunday the 15th of October, and I haven't vlogged because although I've done a fair bit of reading, I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. It was really bitty. There was like a lot of just like me fitting in a few pages whilst in the middle of getting ready for bed and like waiting for some skincare to soak in, or me reading a bit over dinner, me reading a bit whilst waiting for the time when I was supposed to start another task, that kind of thing. It's been super bitty. There's been like no long stretches of me just sort of sitting down to read, and also because of that I was quite often like not dressed, so I didn't want to come on camera, like not even not dressed, just like not with any makeup on. I am not looking my finest because I have been to the gym and I've just put some lipstick on to detract from the fact that my skin is not perfect, my makeup is not perfect, because I just put like the minimum amount on. I use minimal makeup, so it's like not so bad to go to the gym in. I just put like the minimum amount on to make my face like not extremely shiny after putting my sunscreen on, because I just feel like so shiny whenever I put sunscreen on, so I have to put powder on afterwards. I can never just have sunscreen. And I'm gonna go have a shower in a minute, but I wanted to film this vlog first because after I have the shower, I'm not putting makeup on. I'm like gonna put my pajamas on and start my evening skincare, even though it is only, what time is it? Nearly 4 p.m. But yeah, yeah, it's been a lot of like that. Like I have been fitting it in tiny doses, but I have managed to finish a few books. So first of all, I finished that 50 Dresses That Changed the World book from the Design Museum. I finished that on Wednesday, I think. I kind of finished it over breakfast one day, like I had planned, and that was good. I've already given it to my mum. And then I read Matrix by Groff, and I really enjoyed it. It was quite a quick read, quite literary. There's some like passages of description that sort of get very mystic and kind of almost otherworldly. Well, there's some definitely otherworldly stuff in there, but apart from those sort of scenes, yeah, the description is really interesting, and yeah, the whole feel of the book was just like, it's like kind of like proto-feminism. It's like medieval nuns taking care of themselves, and the protagonist of the book is this one nun who's like basically sent to the abbey by the queen to be the prioress, which is sort of, I guess, like the main administrator. And then she eventually becomes the abbess as well. She gets elected abbess by the other nuns. And she's just like a complete force of nature. And she is like really good at her job. It is medieval competency porn, and I love competency porn. But she's also a very flawed character. The book doesn't shy away from exploring that and showing how, despite her flaws, she carries on anyway and still does a lot of good for the people around her, the other nuns, and their kind of little community surrounding the abbey. So that was really good. So I finished that at my parents' house, and then we all went out for dinner, and I gave it to my sister. So that's 2 books out of the house this week. I'm feeling very pleased with that. And then this morning I finished Communion by Bell Hooks. I have been reading little bits in the run up to today, but I had like 20 pages left, and I decided I'm going to do it. So I read it over breakfast, and I read some whilst waiting for my skinhead to soak in so that I could finish it before going to the gym, and I did, and it was brilliant. It's basically a book which makes the case that the feminist movement failed people by not exploring the topic of love and how to have healthy relationships and how to prepare for love and how to be loving. And it's just a really compelling argument. It's really interesting, and she references all these different writers, and some of which she's critical of, some of which she's supportive of, and I just enjoyed it so much. It's really, really brilliant. It's about in her love trilogy. I've got to read the other 2 books now. Reading it the wrong way around, but hey. So now I'm actually going to go have a shower, and then I am going to try my hardest to finish, or at least get a good way through, the Jasad Heir, which I have not read in ages. I still have the bookmarks in from when I was doing the Illumicrate read along, which I had to give it up on because it just did not work with going on holiday, and then I totally failed to pick it back up again when I came back. But I've had enough. I was really enjoying this book. I want to get back into it and carry on reading it and finish it. So that's my plan. If I do finish it today, then I hope to read some graphic novels after. I've got a couple borrowed from the library on ebook to read. There's also like some just in this room, which I haven't read yet. So I might do that if I finish it, but I'm not going to count on finishing it today. So there we go. Hello, it is now Saturday. Yes, almost a week later. And I have sad news to report on 2 fronts. Number 1 is that I haven't finished the Jasad Heir. Despite my determination to finish it last weekend, it did not happen. It's just too long a book. But I am halfway through. And I am determined to finish it, if not today, then tomorrow, because I also need to read Zhara, because that was the next Illumicrate book that they did a read along for, and then the next one, the one after that, starts tomorrow, and I would really like to do that one along with everybody. I have some motivation. Today is Jewish readathon, or it's for people like me in the UK. It is like half of the readathon is today, half of it's tomorrow. It only started a couple of hours ago, so that's good. I didn't know it was happening. I haven't paid attention to readathon in a while. But suddenly I got invited to a chat for it, and I remembered I was in the Facebook group. So yeah, that's quite fun. If you don't know about Jewish readathon, it's like it's a twice annual kind of big readathon event with lots of people reading as much as they can at the same time. There's like competitions and social media challenges and all kinds of fun stuff. But the reason I have not read very much this week, despite planning to, is that I developed toothache. And let me tell you, if you've not had toothache before, it is the worst thing since Satan invented migraines. I hate it so much. Even now, and this is several days after it started, and I have been taking a lot of painkillers, let me tell you. Even now, it hurts. Oh my god, does it hurt. Yeah, it's not so bad right now, but it's still really, really annoying. And so I just haven't felt inclined to read. It's just been really difficult because I haven't been able to focus. It's just been exhausting dealing with the pain. So that's super annoying because I wanted to read more this week than I ended up reading. Instead I've been doing like other things, like chores around the house to distract myself, or just lying on my bed grumbling and moaning, going, why me? So yeah, not amazing. But I am determined to make some progress today. I am enjoying it, so it really shouldn't be this hard, but the tooth pain, if I have to go do something else because of the tooth pain, I have to go do something else because of the tooth pain. But I'm about to take another ibuprofen, and hopefully that will keep it at bay for long enough for me to do some reading, because yeah, it's so bad. I've been thinking about the fact that I have all of these Illuminate books just piling up every month, and I think if I don't make some serious headway this month, I'm just going to have to wipe the slate clean, and next month, like, start over. And then that means next year I'll still be reading Illuminate books each month, kind of after the point when I started, which was July, I think. And it's really annoying because I did so well the first month, and then I've just been total fail all the other months. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. Yeah, deal with that as it comes at the end of the month. And yeah, make that decision then, I think, but I really don't want to. On the plus side, what I have done since the last time I spoke to you is I have finished reading the second Katie the Catsitter graphic novel, and I also finished listening to Living a Feminist Life by Sara Ahmed, both amazing books. Yeah, Living a Feminist Life gets very much into like language analysis, so it can be a bit repetitive in places, so I'm very glad I listened to the audiobook, and it was really nice to sort of do it whilst walking around my neighbourhood when I'm a captive audience. And yeah, I think I'm going to read more like kind of challenging books like that whilst walking. That's my plan. Get through some more of those so that I can finally cancel my Audible subscription. And yeah, I loved Best Friends Forever, which is the second Katie the Catsitter as well. It's so cute. It's just so cute and so funny. I love it so much. I'm also partway through Witch Hat Atelier Volume 5? Volume 5 or Volume 6? No, Volume 6. I've already read Volume 5. Which is just continues to be cute and amazing and everything one could want from a cozy fantasy manga. It's just, yeah. So I'm planning to crack on with this reading now. And we'll see how we go. I will update you as I'm going along, seeing as it's readathon, and I'll be getting messages from people with their updates. I'll pop the camera back on, let you know how I'm doing. Yeah, if I finish this today, which it is only like 4 p.m. Yeah, it's not even 4 p.m. It's 10 to 4. It's 10 to 4. I've got loads of time. I can do it. Right, I'm going to put some like reading music on, and I'm going to get into the book, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to have a lovely time. Drink loads of cold water, because that's the only thing I can stand to drink right now. Tea is out the window. It is uncomfortable. I can only drink cold water. So boring. It is not a nice cozy time just drinking cold water, let me tell you. But that's the hand I have been dealt. So yeah, moving on, getting on with reading. I'll see you later. Hello, it is now Sunday evening. It is almost 8 p.m. and I have exciting news today. Before I did anything else, I finished Jasad Heir. I woke up, I took some painkillers, and I read that before breakfast. And then I had breakfast. I finished reading Witch Hat Atelier Volume 6. And to my delight, all the other volumes that are currently out that the library has were available for me to just click borrow. So I went through and I went borrow. So I now have them all waiting for me, so I can not finish that series, but get to the point of where I'm done with that series for now, which is really fun and exciting, and will help get my Goodreads challenge go up, if nothing else. And then I'm very excited to share that I read the first 3 chapters of A Study in Drowning by Reid, which is the current Illumicrate read-along book. It's the read-along started today, so yeah, I'm really pleased to have read that. And I've put my bookmark in for tomorrow's section as well. And then I have sort of started, by which I mean I've read like the foreword, Zhara, which I am, hoping to get to read a little bit more of today. Probably not a lot, because I think we are going to play a board game. But yeah, if not, I will read some more tomorrow. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with today's reading, and yesterday's as well, because I did read basically almost all. I think I only had like 30 pages left of the Jasad Heir this morning when I opened it up to carry on reading. So yeah, I read most of it yesterday, and yeah, happy, good. New week begins tomorrow. And I will not be reading very much next weekend because it is MCM London. So I'll be spending both Saturday and Sunday out at the Excel Centre selling comics with my partner. So I want to try to read as much as I possibly can after work this week instead. I don't have my choir rehearsal this week, so fingers crossed I can achieve that dream. Alright, hopefully I will be updating you tomorrow with how I'm getting on. If nothing else, after work I need to read those next bits of A Study in Drowning. It is Monday the 30th of October. I have an hour before work. The sun is sort of up. And I am going to see how much of this I can read. I was doing pretty well at keeping up on it last week, reading before and after work whenever I had time. But over the weekend it was the MCM London convention, and I didn't have any time for reading. I just basically had time to get dressed in the morning and get ready for bed and go to bed at night. So I am, let me think, 3 days behind, I think. So I didn't read anything on Friday, and I didn't read anything on Saturday, I didn't read anything on Sunday. So yeah, my main goal for today is to finish this, and then we'll see where we're at. Final update. I think this looks a bit spooky because my face is so shiny, and it's Halloween. It is the 31st of October. And I haven't read anything today, but yesterday I did finish A Study in Drowning, yay! And I also read the 3rd Katie the Catsitter graphic novel whilst having my dinner. So there we go, that's it, that's October done. I only read, I think, 3 or 4 print books this month, so I'm not really pleased with my progress. I am especially disappointed with my lack of progress in Zhara. As you can see, I have read chapter 1. Yeah, so I think I will do what I discussed earlier in this video and start afresh with the Illumicrate reading project, and just accept the fact that I will still be doing it next year. But there's some amazing books on there, so I shouldn't really feel so despondent about it. I'm just disappointed that I couldn't keep it up. But I think I'll just have to keep going with this for as long as it takes, and eventually I may only be reading 2 Illumicrate books a month, you know, in like 4 years' time. We'll just have to see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you haven't already subscribed to make sure you keep up with future updates, make sure you do that now. You'll see me again soon. Bye.